I worked hard. I prayed. I fasted. So why did a snake start following me when I finally succeeded? I worked hard. I prayed. I fasted. So why did a snake start following me when I finally succeeded? The night I saw the snake for the first time, it was smiling, not with teeth, but with presence. And that was worse. My name is Amina. I was not born with a silver spoon. I was born with prayers. In a small compound house where rain hammered loudly against rusty zinc roofing, I grew up whispering one constant dua: Ya Allah, let my life be bigger and better. I prayed for elevation. I studied like someone being chased by poverty. While others slept, I read. While others partied, I prayed. While others complained, I fasted. By Allah's grace, I graduated from a reputable university. The day I wore my gown, I touched the fabric gently and whispered, "This is only the beginning." I believed it, and it was. The waiting years. After graduation, I searched for a job. I knocked on doors. I sent CVs. I prayed tahajjud in the darkness when the world was silent and only Allah could hear the breaking inside my chest. Eventually, I got a job. Not terrible, not my dream, but I was grateful. Months passed. Years passed. Then something strange began happening. People who joined after me were promoted. Some less qualified. Some who once asked me for help. Promotion passed me like wind. At first, I laughed. Maybe next quarter. Next quarter came, nothing. One afternoon, I stood before the restroom mirror and whispered to myself, "Amina, you were not created for smallness." That was the day I resigned. Within a week, I secured another job at a reputable company. Better salary, better environment. After 3 months, I was selected for a promotional course. I worked harder than ever. 6 months passed. Others were promoted. Their salaries tripled. Mine did not. Again. But I refused to give up. I enrolled again. This time, I fasted before the list was released. I cried in sujud, "Ya Allah, let my name be written among the elevated." When the promotion list came out, my name was there. I screamed. I cried. I called my mother. They told us to bring our original certificates to the headquarters on the 3rd day for clarification. On that 3rd day, I stood in the company's headquarters arranging my documents. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from joy. Then it happened. A sudden breeze, not normal. It twisted like a small tornado inside the building. The documents in my hands scattered everywhere. Papers flew across the hall. People shouted. Then, suddenly, birds inside the building. No one could explain how. They swooped down, picked up my original certificates, left the photocopies. Some flew right, some flew left, but one bird, the one carrying my main certificate, flew higher, 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 until it disappeared beyond the glass ceiling and vanished. I watched until my neck hurt. Silence swallowed the hall. I gathered the photocopies with shaking fingers. The company rejected them. Rules are rules. No originals, no promotion. I endured a few more months, saved what I could, and left. But something inside me shifted. It was no longer disappointment. It was suspicion. I will build my own table. That was the decision. I moved from a tiny single room into a slightly bigger apartment. Not luxury, but growth. Then the idea came. Abayas, modest fashion, elegant, powerful, dignified. I started small, a tiny shop, barely space for 2 mannequins, but my designs flowed like dignity, soft like faith. Customers came slowly, then steadily, then in numbers I never expected. I moved to a bigger shop, then to a luxury location. Glass doors, shining tiles, gold signage, Amina modest collections. Respect followed me. Money followed me. Success finally began to look like my dua. And that's when it started. One evening, after closing my luxury shop, I returned to arrange new stock. I heard it, a soft dragging sound, like silk across tile. My heart thudded violently. Slowly, I turned. There, coiled beside the mirror, a long black snake, glossy skin, still body, watching me. Not attacking, just watching. My scream shook the building. Men came with sticks. It was killed. They said probably from the drainage. I tried to believe them. But that night, in my dream, the snake was alive and whispering, "You cannot rise without permission." I woke up sweating. Signs in the daylight. Weeks later, while driving, a snake crossed in front of my car. I slammed the brakes. It paused, raised its head, looked at me, then slid away. I began reciting Ayat al-Kursi under my breath. Any day I cooked aromatic food, birds would fly through my kitchen window, carry the pot away, not break it, not spill it, just lift it and disappear. Inside my shop storage room, another snake, smaller, same black shine. It hissed, then escaped. That night, I cried, not only from fear, but from understanding. When I was struggling, nothing followed me. When I started rising, something began to monitor me. After Isha prayer, I visited an alpha known for spiritual matters. I narrated everything. He listened quietly. Then he asked, "When your success increased, did your protection increase?" Silence. Then he said carefully, "Some people do not fight with hands, they fight with unseen things." He said bad people were using jinn to disturb me. That jinn comes in the form of a snake. My stomach tightened. "Then we will fight them," he said. "You will recite Surat al-Fil with fixed numbers for 7 days." I thanked him and left. For 7 days, I recited. Every evening after Asr. I increased my azkar. I purified my house, played Quran constantly. On the 7th day, the air felt heavy, like the atmosphere before a storm. That evening, I saw it. A giant bird. It looked like a dream, but I was not sleeping. Everything around me blurred. Then it spoke. Its voice was deep, echoing, ancient. My heart pounded violently. Was this protection or another test? Because sometimes, when you fight what follows you in a wrong way, something else begins to appear. And that was how the second problem joined the first. And I realized that night that success is not only built with hard work, sometimes it is defended. And my battle was just begun.